Way back in the 1500s, King Francois I of France described the Charente as the most beautiful stream in my kingdom. Today, it's just as beautiful, and the navigable section runs for around 100 miles, from Angoulême here at the eastern end, through delightful medieval French villages, through the cognac growing region of France, to emerge into the Bay of Biscay at Rochefort, just south of La Rochelle. This fabulous boat has been very kindly provided for us by Crown Blue Line, but eager as we are to begin our cruise aboard her, we're going to spend a short time to show you around this ancient town of Angoulême. The town was founded by the Romans in a strategic position at the top of a hill some 70 metres higher than the river. It's completely surrounded by defensible ramparts. From the top, there are impressive views over the surrounding countryside. The 12th century Romanesque Cathedral of Saint-Pierre dominates the skyline. It has a remarkable sculpted facade which represents the Last Judgment. The magnificent Hôtel de Ville also dates back to the 12th century and was originally a fortified castle. But Angoulême hasn't stood still. There are plenty of modern amenities, including this first-class modern pedestrianised shopping centre. Angoulême now styles itself as the City of Festivals, of which it holds several each year, including a festival of comic strips, a jazz festival, a food festival and a vintage car festival. The Angoulême region has been known historically for the manufacture of naval cannon, and at the end of the 17th century, naval guns produced here were recognised as being superior because they didn't crack in prolonged naval engagements. The reason was that the local iron ore contains magnesium, and that improves the quality of the cast iron. In the 1850s, the great British metallurgist Henry Bessemer came here to the gun foundry at Ruel, just upstream from Angoulême, to carry out his experiments in the manufacture of malleable iron and steel. He did so to produce even stronger cannon to fire even bigger shells. There's still a weapons establishment here, and it employs around 1,000 people. From the head of navigation, just above the Pont d'Angoulême, the river flows past the town's very impressive waterfront. The quayside's been developed with shore-based water and power hookups for boats. We're soon at our first lock, Saint-Cybard. Just below Angoulême is one of several sections of the river set aside for water skiers, so you need to keep a sharp lookout. And so we're off at last on this journey of ours on the Charente, and we're all terribly excited at the prospects of what's to come. When this was a commercial waterway, the main cargoes carried were iron and steel, cannon, gunpowder and brandy, all very romantic stuff. But it all finished by the 1940s, and the waterway was officially abandoned as a navigation. Then in the 1950s and 60s it was taken over by the Département du Charente et Charente-Maritime, and they're committed to maintaining it as an attractive leisure waterway, and they're doing a fantastic job. The locks here are all a delight to work, and the tow paths are in excellent condition throughout. In fact, there's a riverside cycleway all the way from here down to Mott, some 11 kilometres away. Immediately below Angoulême, a great loop in the river almost forms an island, on which has developed an explosives factory, which originally worked hand in hand with the gun factory at the other side of town. The production buildings have very thick walls and lightly constructed roofs, directing any accidental explosion upwards to minimise any lateral damage. Boaters are forbidden to moor anywhere near the factory, and boys keep boats away from the factory side of the river.